You. Here we go. Max Arsenaut calling. And we do have Max Arsenaut, also known as Zorkmid, coming in. Zorkmid, that's right. Zorkmid coming in here with, I believe, is that of a Fallout picture on your Skype channel?
That's Fallout.
All right, yeah. All right. Whoa, what is going on here? Oh my, are we having like a dual cast?
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's what's gonna go on here.
No, it's a dual cast. Get it? Dual cast. It's a play on words.
Dual, like
DUAL, dual cast.
Oh, dual site, dual cast. That's brilliant.
What? I guess they decided to leave. Oh my gosh! Go, 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 go! So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was previously a perennial first-round loser in this tournament, but I was recently promoted to Diamond, so I'm not eligible to get in here anymore. So.
Oh, so you're just that good, huh?
No, I told you I lose first round every to some gold or silver all the time. So
I know, isn't it kind of strange that I really still don't understand the way things work in the leagues and stuff like that. I guess it's based on some sort of numbering, but I don't know either. And we're just gonna get this game started here and now. So first off, we do have our Zerg player going to be spawning at the bottom left-hand position on dual site, and this player is Junior Bacon Cheeseburger.
Oh, that's what that stands for.
Yes, and his opponent going to be spawning on the right center side is Hindsight, spawning as the Protoss player.
The Imba race.
The Imba race. Oh, what race do you play?
I'm a Zerg player.
A Zerg player. Oh, well, I'm a Protoss, buddy. That's right. Oh!
So I guess we know who we're cheering for.
Well, at the time, I mean, honestly, I like to always go for the person that is the underdog. You know, hence my name is Longshot. But you know, the thing about it is that you know, I've grown to have an appreciation for all races. Because when you go to the pro level, it really doesn't matter. I mean, really, it's all about the player when it comes down to it. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So since you've been playing in this tournament, do you have any type of predictions from these players?
Well, I've played against Junior Bacon Cheeseburger before, and he's quite a solid player. I'm not familiar with Hindsight, but yeah, just judging on what's going on right now, it looks like Zerg's going to be opening up with just a standard 14 gas, 14 pool, and gateway first for the Protoss player. So there's no real build order advantage to start out here in this game, doesn't look like.
Not yet, but I think Hindsight went an early gas. I'm kind of curious why he decided to go this really early gas. He might be hiding some tech here. I mean, we do see the pylon kind of being put off to the bottom side of his base, while we have Hindsight. I mean, he's going to be trying to bank up, I believe, that 100 gas right when it finishes, get that early Zerg speed.
Yeah, and one thing a Zerg player can do early on in games, versus Protoss especially, is they can get that first Overlord right into the main base, because it takes a while for the Cyber Core to get up, and the first kind of unit that can shoot the air to get out. It's a lot different than versus Terran. Where you have to really be careful with your first Overload. You can kind of see everything with the first one in this matchup.
Yeah, which gives the ability for Hindsight to, you know, he could fake a build here and there or do something, I don't know, sneaky. But I'm kind of curious because I don't think that's a full wall in. I mean,
no, and there's 6 Zerglings on the way.
Yeah, there's a couple spaces in there. I mean, but he does have that one Zealot there, but I'm not sure about this Cyber Core. Is that like up against the wall? I'm not sure.
I don't know. As a Zerg player, I have no idea about wall-ins at all. I just smash my Zerglings into them to tell if it's open or not.
Yeah, and currently we're going to see if these Zerglings are going to be walking up into the base, and oh, they got a couple in. Oh my gosh, the Zerglings did go by.
That's big. That's a big problem.
That is not good for Hindsight right now. Hindsight is just going to have to try to keep all of his probes. You know, I would say keep him mining.
Zealot.
But the one Zealot is going to be surrounded. I think it's just going to go down. And unfortunately, the sentry, which is not what you want.
That's nice, cute little force field there.
Yeah, it is. That is nice. You know, he's actually going to be able to take out all of these Zerglings? No way. All of the Zerglings go down.
That was a good defense after losing that first Zealot. But he did lose quite a bit of mining time as well as Zealot. So, and the Zerg was just macroing the whole time. So
pretty much,
I think,
yeah, he was going to throw down his expansion and, you know, finally get out his Roach Warren. Oh, this will be interesting to see what happens next.
yeah. Well, it looks like it's going to be a 4-gate. So it's a good thing you got that Roach Warren up.
Now, I've noticed quite a lot of things about 4-gating. And 4-gating, it's like it's kind of been a way for other races to just learn how to defend it. Like other races now have just been way better defending a 4-gate instead of, you know, trying to get an early beat on them. But like,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I used to see, like, early on in the game, for the first few months of it, I guess, you saw 4-gate kind of half the time would be what Protoss would do. But now I hardly see it at all. I might see it 1 out of 15 or 20 times. And when I do see it, it surprises me, and I normally just die. Yeah, so it looks like he's getting the proxy pylon up here, and it's going to be... I think it's going to be fended off quite well, as he has some roaches on the way and 3 spine crawlers, pretty well positioned.
Yeah, 5 roaches are being produced and are going to be done being produced with 3 spine crawlers. That's going to be a pretty heavy defense, and that's what I mean. Like, the 4-gate is not as potent as it once was, so, you know, like,
Right.
it's almost something that you should not do as a Protoss, because it's almost like an all-in. Unless you really have good force fields like this. I mean, honestly, these are really good, but unfortunately, all of the units are moving in and doing a lot of damage.
There's just too many roaches for the Zerg player. This 4-gate's not going to work. He needs to turn around and get an expansion up, I think, if he wants to stay in this game. Oh, however, the Zerg has started producing drones, which might be a mistake.
Ooh, yeah. But I think that's actually probably a smart idea right now at the time, just because he's not going to do a lot with this force. Yeah, I mean, it may be an even, like, matchup in a sense of the battle, but he's not going to be taking out any, like, major structures with that. Especially
Zerg
poking
is
at the front.
Zerg. I gotta say, Zerg is taking a huge lead right now with his really good drone timings. And I'm really impressed with him, actually, that he was able to get so many drones in there as soon as the pressure was gone. That's what you got to do as a Zerg player. You just have to pump those drones out.
Yeah, and we already see a differential of about 10 probes. I mean, 10 drones over the probe. So I mean, he's got like a 35-25, and right now, what just happened? He just
Looks like he's about to throw up a third base here.
he's apply blocked.
Yeah.
Out of,
Well, he'll be okay. He's gonna throw up some tech here. Get his lair started soon. There it goes. And yeah, the Zerg's looking good right now.
yeah, already is also throwing down his other expansion, while the Protoss player is going to be getting his robotics bay, and I find that to be a very good response. But I'm curious to see, like, I already see that the rally point is pretty much going over to his base, and I believe he may be just getting an observer, which I completely disagree with. He should probably just be getting an immortal or something to really, like, be able to take on this roach army.
Yeah, and it looks like we may see some roach aggression here, and he's getting the +1 ranged attack as well. So we may be seeing sort of a Sen-style big roach play in this game, which seemed to work well for him in recent tournaments.
Now, as a Zerg player, my curiosity, because I just came back from the NASL, and I saw that some of the players really just were only playing with Zerglings and Hydralisk. Now, I haven't. Some of the pro players don't normally utilize roaches. Do you utilize roaches? And if so, like,
Well, I find with roaches, like, it's in this matchup anyways, EVP, it's kind of, you got to do, there's 2 things that you really can do. You can either do a big roach plus Hydra with a lot of upgrades and just get a lot of units out early, or you can go for Mutalisks. and kind of supplement those with lings. So for me, if you're going to go roaches, you've got to go lots of roaches, and then we basically evolve from there. Like if you see Colossus start to come out, then you need to get a Spire, or if you start to see 3 or 4 Immortals mixed in, then it's time to get a Hydralisk Den to counter those.
Yeah, and I'm also saying from hindsight that he's kind of still banking on his Chrono Boost, and I feel that like he really should be utilizing this and also possibly getting a couple more gateways and doing a lot more pressure, because this army may be big, but it's not as big as Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. I mean, his macro is very solid in this.
Yeah.
He does have an Overseer kind of flying by this army. He may be getting sniped. Yeah, he's gonna get sniped off.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with the Zerg player's production. Like, if you open up the production tab, he was making about 10 different things at the same time, while our Protoss player only has got a probe and a pylon coming. And it looks like he's going to be able to fend this off, as he was able to. Oh, maybe not. He does have more roaches coming out, so it's just a question of delaying the Protoss army for a while until he can get the units necessary to defend.
Yeah, I think what the Protoss player is going to be doing is called creep sweeping, because he's going to be cleaning up this creep